Well, good morning and welcome around the world, wherever you're watching this coverage from Coolangatta Beach in Australia. It's the Beach Pro Tour and the Gold Coast Futures event. Hello and welcome to a men's semi-final number 2. My name is Jonathan Fogarty. What a pleasure, what a privilege to be bringing you this match. We have got Canada, Jake MacNeil and Alex Russell up against the team from Poland, Jacob Zdybek and Paweł Lewandowski. It will be the Polish combination of Zdybek and Lewandowski in the yellow. The taller of the two athletes, the 194-centimetre Lewandowski. He's wearing the number 2, and this is Jacob to start the match. Men's semi-final for a spot in the gold medal match against one of the Australian teams. This should be a really interesting matchup. We've got Jacob at 190 centimetres, Paweł at 194. Up against the height and the presence of Alex Russell at the net, the Canadian 210 centimetres. He'll be doing all the blocking. Let's see who gets the first point of real action. It is Poland, the number 2, Lewandowski. Beautiful morning here at Coolangatta Beach. We are on the border between the states of Queensland and New South Wales. If you don't know the geography very well, that's okay. We are on the east coast of Australia, just south of the city of Brisbane, host of the 2032 Olympic Games. Nice little serve off the net and a winner there. Currently the temperature is only about 25 degrees in our speak, so breeze is light, it's sunny, really good seeing conditions, so excellent opportunity for one of these two teams to go through a gold medal match on the Gold Coast Futures event. Combination from Canada played a great match yesterday in the quarterfinals up against Sam O'Day and Brad Fuller, the Kiwi combination. Jake and Alex came through with the win in that one, put them through to the round of 4. And this semi-final, it's a nice hard-driven ball. Lewandowski, 26 years of age. A team from Poland just come over. They played in that Beach Pro Tour event in La Scala in Mexico not long ago. They finished 25th, so didn't get the result they were after, and they've come here to the Gold Coast, though, ready to play, and they've played really, really well. Here's an opportunity. A little net touch makes it very easy for the officials there. Alex Russell just catching the net. Polish combination. Really exciting combination to watch. Jacob Zdybek won his national tour finals, so he was dominated the recent Polish national tour. That ball's going to come back with interest, I think. The free ball. Oh, but no. Goodness me, I spoke too soon. How could I doubt the authority of Alexander Russell above the net? The big Canadian cracks out a wry smile. I'm just going to hang around above the net and just be 6'11" for a living. For Jake and Alex. They played a couple of World Tour events in the last 12 months where they've been available. Obviously, it's been sparse. The world being what it has been in the last 12, 18 months. And they've got some 5th places and some 9ths on the World Tour in 2021. So they are not strangers to the big stage. Scoreboard currently 5-3 very early in this first set. Polish combination leading by 2. Oh, and they get there eventually. In the end, it was a good swing by Jake MacNeil from a fair way off the net. That's going to be a big part, I think, of the Polish game plan, is to really go after the shorter of the two Canadian athletes in Jake MacNeil, but his game is really solid. Got a lot of good trouble shots. Further they can push him off the net like that, the more they'll back their defensive game, the Polish combination. Ball just off the hands of Russell as it went out, so that was a clever swing. No intent at all to land the ball, just going overtly for the blocker's hands. 6-4 now, the scoreboard. Poland up by 2. Cross was the call. Doesn't matter, a little net touch. Lewandowski this time goes fishing. I love the athleticism of Jake MacNeil. When he serve receives, he then takes a step back and he really prepares for a massive spike approach. And the sand here at Coolangatta is notoriously deep, so he must have some great leg fitness at the moment to back his athleticism to get through a couple of sets of volleyball doing that. These athletes play all over the world, as you can imagine, as the Volleyball World Beach Pro Tour rolls on. Very, very different environments, different sand, different conditions. I know a lot of the athletes come here to Coolangatta and find the sand very deep, very soft, a bit harder to jump out of than some of the surfaces they play off. But look at MacNeil just floating in. And I guess that's that fast leg speed. He gets a lot of momentum going, puts in a really genuine spike approach and jump, and it allows him to hit hard off the top of big blocks like he did on that occasion. So that's great confidence and great balance from MacNeil. It's going to be called as a bit of a lift. It's really tough on the athletes. If the ball goes into the net, folks, if you don't know a lot about beach volleyball, the net itself is not technically out of play, depending where it hits, but when the ball goes into the belly of the net like that, the athlete has to wait for it to come back out again. They can't touch the net when trying to make a play at it. And often it's hard to predict how it's going to drop out of the net. Is it going to bounce out fast? Is it going to drop straight down? For the Polish duo, they really couldn't predict what would happen when the ball went into the net. So 7-all on the side change. Cut shot is there. The Canadian crafty cross-court. It's picked up, though. The Polish combination just landed. Boy, the net I thought was going to push that wide, but for Jakub Zdybek, the 26-year-old, finds his part of the court. So 8-7 now. Nine points to 8 now. The Canadians sneak out to a lead. They've fought back well early stages first set. You're watching the men's second semi-final. Hard off the block. What a touch. Oh, what an amazing touch. My goodness. Jake MacNeil absolutely flew through the air. Somehow got to backhand that ball back into play. And they go out to a 10-8 scoreboard. The Canadians starting to cause some havoc. Well, let me tell you, you don't have to be 6'11" and 210 centimetres to stuff the ball like that, but gee, it doesn't hurt. That's all on the back of a Jake MacNeil jump serve that had some power to it. 11-8, they've gone on a little roll here with some good serving and great net pressure. And some defence from MacNeil again. Not on that occasion. Nice composure. Zdybek gets it back when they needed it. Oh, that's a very handy block to go to the technical timeout. So Poland hit back with back-to-back points, 10 points to 11. And we come back from the technical timeout. Men's semi-final number 2 will continue. Welcome back to Coolangatta Beach, the Beach Pro Tour, the Gold Coast Futures event. We are in men's semi-final number 2. We are down to our final 4 men's and women's teams, our final day of competition. We've already seen the Australian men's team of Isaac Carraher and Mark Nicolaides go through to the gold medal match. The winner of this match will meet them. Currently, it is the Canadian combination leading by 1, Jake MacNeil, Alex Russell. They are on serve-receive. They're wearing the red against the Polish combination, Jacob Zdybek and Paweł Lewandowski. Yeah! And that is MacNeil, smacking that ball. He has played some great volleyball all week. He's a fan favourite. Scoreboard now 12-10, 2-point lead. Well, they just keep inviting big Alexander Russell to have a presence above the net. The Polish combination, I know they want to play fast and tight to the net, but you have to be aware of the match situation and what you've got on the other side of the court, and they just keep inviting the Canadian to take the ball away from them. A little bit of breathing space wouldn't be a bad thing. That's better. But MacNeil can't quite get the dig, so that's better. Poland working hard, keeping the ball away from this big blocker. 11-13 now the score. It's a clever roll shot. The taller athlete, but he's got some real court craft. This big Canadian, Alexander William Russell, 210 centimetres of affable young Canadian with a roll shot from off the net, 14-11. I hope you're watching in Canada. Let us know where you are watching all around the volleyverse. Big shout out to Ottawa and Toronto and Quebec and wherever you might be. Jake MacNeil, Alexander Russell, doing your boys proud. Also the Polish combination, Jacob and Paweł. They've had a really great tournament. Through to the final 4. They know they're up against it, though. They are down 12-14. Yes, indeed. Doesn't show a lot of emotion, Alex Russell. He lets Jake MacNeil be the really expressive one on court. It doesn't seem to have many weaknesses. Often the taller athlete will get worked around a bit by the servers. They'll try and test his lateral and basic agility, but he's been really solid. Oh, really, really solid. Alex Russell getting another clamp on it. A hard-driven Polish attack. 16-12 for the side change. So Jake and Alex, our Commonwealth cousins here in Australia. Are they vying to be one of the Commonwealth Games representatives in Birmingham, perhaps for Canada in 2022? There's some really gun Canadian teams in both the men's and the women's. Of course, arguably the best women's team in the world are a Canadian women's team. Melissa Humana Paredes and Sarah Pavin. They won the gold medal here at the Com Games in 2018, defeated our very own Taliqua Clancy and Maria Faye Artacho del Solar in the gold medal match in 2018. Canadian men's team lost the gold medal to the Aussie combination at that Commonwealth Games. Pedlo and Shakhtar. I wonder if Jake MacNeil and Alex Russell have got designs on Birmingham. It's a little way off yet. Good to see our Canadian contingent representing the Maple Leaf proudly on a Sunday morning here on the Gold Coast. Athletes back out on the court. Men's semi-final number 2, Jake MacNeil, Alexander Russell, Canada, up against Jacob Zdybek and Paweł Lewandowski from Poland. Scoreboard currently 16 points to 12. That's a nice swing. Lewandowski bringing the attack into the middle of the court. Just a straight up and down ball. Gave him a lot of options. Drilling it hard into the corner on his right side. So that was a nice play. 13-16. They have a little work to do, though. Jacob Zdybek. Back to the service line. 13-16. Good pressure on the ball. Even better pressure on the ball. Lewandowski. Oh, he was due one of those. Too often he'd seen the tall Canadian in Alexander Russell stuffing the ball back down. He would have secretly enjoyed that one. His eyes lit up, I'm sure, behind the shades. 14-16 now. Back to back, Lewandowski. That is a nice play. 15-16, some really solid serving from Jacob, though. Putting Team Canada under a little bit of serve-receive pressure at the moment. So this is a nice fight back in the first set of men's semi-final number 2. 15 Poland, 16 Canada. First set action. Hope you're enjoying all of it. And we will see a timeout. Canada under pressure now. 16 points apiece in the first set. The men's semi-final. Little service error coming out of that timeout. So that's what the Canadians were hoping for. They go back out to the lead, 17-16. But what a nice comeback from Jacob and Paweł. Polish combination, finding a few ways to earn points there. And then down the line, but misses. So he's filthy with himself. Lewandowski, it was the right option, absolutely the right option down the line, but couldn't land it. So they go from 16 all and then out to an 18-16 scoreboard. The Canadians back out to the lead. Oh, what about that? Can I get some Alexander William Russell up in here? That is a massive block. 19-16. You just know he's got one or two in him per set. But the Polish combination, they're going to keep banging away at the ball as they should. They cannot let that presence of the net lurking just behind their eye line get in their head. I do not believe that. Jake MacNeil has bought this net from Canada with him, I swear, and the ball as well. Because on command, he's brought up 4 set points for Canada with the sniveliest of aces. Canada set point MacNeil, not his best work. I think we can all agree on that in Canada. That's all right, he'll shake that one off, 17-20. Still 3 set points on the board for Team Canada. And they get it done on their first swing. Alexander Russell, Jake MacNeil take the first set in men's semi-final number 1, 21-17. Welcome back to Centre Court, Coolangatta Beach, Australia, in the Beach Pro Tour, the Gold Coast Futures event. You are watching Canada v Poland, men's semi-final number 2. Canada have locked away the first set. We are starting the second with some heat at the service line. MacNeil, MacNailing that McServe. But as soon as it gets on top of the net, Alex Russell, dare I say, like a terrier above the net. Not on this occasion. So first set went to the Canadians. If you've just joined us, that's the team in red. Jake MacNeil, Alex Russell, 21-17. They won the first set over this gun Polish combination of Jacob Zdybek and Paweł Lewandowski. The two 26-year-olds from Poland. Lewandowski at the net now, getting a nice touch. Second opportunity. Oh, third opportunity. Set your boy. He sets MacNeil on the third time. And they finally get there. What a good touch from Jacob in defense. But third time was a charm for the Canadian combination. As we've said, the winner of this goes through to the gold medal game. The vanquished team, well, they will go and play off for bronze. So one of these teams is guaranteed to be on the podium. Jake MacNeil. Goodness me, that is, on this occasion, I beg your pardon, it was Alex Russell picking up where Jake MacNeil left off to end the first set. The ball into the net. There is no let cord serve in beach volleyball, folks. The serve is allowed to touch the net. And if it drops in like that, well, that's just bad luck. The Polish team, read again by MacNeil. He'll get a swing of some quality. MacNeil with the roll shot into the corner. Classical beach volleyball defense converted to offense. And a 4-1 scoreboard. Nice hammer from Lewandowski. Just had enough of that rally. Once again, they have to go to such massive angles and height to get around the block of Russell. And that then brings in Jake MacNeil's defensive plays. For Zdybek and Lewandowski, they're really having to earn every point that they get at the moment. They trail 2-4. That ball's going to be right on the spot. My goodness, from where I'm sitting, folks, that set from Jake MacNeil just got better and better and better. And then flash of an arm swing from Russell, and it was gone.
Let's go, Dick. One now.
So 5 points to 2. Side change. A beautiful Sunday morning here on the Gold Coast of Australia. I truly hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you may be watching. Hello in Poland. Hope you've got up for this one. You should have. Your boys are doing good. Look at that set. Oh, my goodness. I have lost the power of speech. Alex Russell. That ball was flattened out like a pancake into his hands. He's back again, back at the net. Gets a soft touch. He is everywhere you want him to be, Canada. And he's in a semi-final fighting hard, and Jake MacNeil in the cheap seats is enjoying every minute of it. 7 points to 2 now. Lewandowski. Zdybek, the Polish combination, finding very difficult to get around the wall. So they're going to call a timeout. That's probably not a bad idea because the Canadians are getting a head of steam up and they lead this second set 7 points to 2. Welcome back to Centre Court, men's semi-final number 2, Poland in the yellow. Jacob Zdybek and Paweł Lewandowski up against the Canadians in red, Jake MacNeil and Alexander William Russell. This is MacNeil from the service line. Canada won the first set. Oh my goodness. Russell the muscle. Goodness gracious me. He is not going to be welcome in Warsaw anytime soon if he keeps that up. Oh, and he is off the hook at the moment. Alex Russell, it's a masterclass. My goodness. Loving how Jake MacNeil's trying to take some of the credit for this scoreboard. 9-2. Oh, this time off the Russell head. That's what you get for jumping so high. It's hard to have sympathy for a guy who gets the block bounced off his head like that. Jumps so high. 3 points to 9. Poland needed that. Oh, he can do no wrong at the moment. Alex Russell, the 28-year-old. Moving through the sand like he's 6'2", but he's 6'11" above the net. 10 points to 3. Oh, it's in play. MacNeil does a great job. Oh, the joust is immense. My goodness, indeed. Alex Russell. Help yourself to a tasty beverage. That is absolutely breathtaking from the Canadian. He is a menace. And at 11-3, the Polish combination do not seem to have an answer in this second set. Jacob, Paweł are getting schooled by the big Canadian. And that's a settler. That's a really nice, confident swing. Zdybek, the 190-centimetre number 1 from Poland. That'll give him some confidence. A nice clean swing, putting it down hard into the Coolangatta sand. And they needed that 4-11. They need one or two settlers now. Do they go back to the big man? Oh, they go out over the baseline. Well, that just shows how rattled the minds are of Jacob and Powell. The Polish combination worked so hard for the side out. And then the Canadians didn't even need to turn up for the next play. 12 points to 4. This could end quickly if Jake MacNeil catches fire from the baseline. Classic Jake MacNeil, sick of Russell getting all the props for the play. Decides to hit an ace for 13-4. What a complete serve that it's been so far. Couldn't get that one though. 5-13. All right, Poland. They dropped the first set, as I said, 21-17. I suspect they're enjoying this more in Canada at the moment than they are in Poland, but your lads from Poland are going to fight back. Here's their opportunity. Transition swing. Good enough. In fact, it's great. More of that required. To the credit of Jacob and Powell, they have not lost their composure. They've not lost their technique. They've just been outplayed by some world-class beach volleyball blocking and defense that the Canadian lads have put on. 6-13 now. They go after MacNeil. What a touch. Oh, that's a pity. That's going to be called out. That's such a delightful piece of reflex beach volleyball from Jacob Zdybek, but he couldn't quite take all the power out of the ball. Point number 14 on the board now. 14-6 Canada in control of men's semi-final number 2. We are 1 point away from the technical timeout. 15-6 would be a tragedy for Poland. They've got to win this point to get to chairs with 7 on the board at least. And they do so. That's much needed. So there it is. We're going to take the technical timeout in the second set. Poland 7, trailing Canada 14. All right, technical timeout is done in the second set. Men's semi-final number 2, Jake MacNeil. Alex Russell from Canada won the first set 21-17 over Jacob Zdybek and Paweł Lewandowski from Poland. We are in the second set, 14-7. Canada leading by 7. Maybe only 7 points away from a spot in the gold medal match for Poland. Now, they've got to crank it up a notch. They are being out-hustled, out-blocked, just generally outplayed by a really focused Canadian combination of craftsmen. Things like that won't help, says Captain Obvious on the microphone, but there you go, 15-7 it is. Just another inch forward towards a gold medal game, maybe for the Canadian combo. Ah, that's a nice play. Lewandowski, a little bit off the net, giving himself a little bit of breathing space. Those big Canadian fluffy armpits and kept jumping into his vision all match. Got it around them on that occasion. 8-15. Jacob goes back to serve for the Polish duo with it all to do. Oh, and he's missed as well. So back-to-back missed serves will not assist them in trying to close this gap. 16 points to 8. They look a little bit downtrodden, the Polish combination. They just don't know how to unlock this Canadian duo. Lewandowski now. The roll shot is excellent, but it won't close the gap. They've got to do their work from the service line defensively with their block. 9-16. Suffice to say, they've got to get this next serve in. They've missed 2 in a row. They are running out of runway very, very quickly. Nice defensive read. Jacob with an opportunity. There he is again. There he is again. He's a man on fire at the moment. Alexander Russell. Goodness me, 17 points to 9. What a complete blocking performance this has been by the tall Canadian. Oh, he's gone hard cross-court. Lewandowski, I love this bravery. He took on the big block. Has Russell got one or two more highlight reel moments for us in the semi-final, though? I wonder. 10-17. Oh, he's missed. Extravagant arm swing. We'll let him off on that occasion. Russell decided to go for the sharp cross-court. Couldn't land it.
Hey, no runs, though. We get this one right now.
Doesn't look too perturbed. They change ends. Scoreboard, Poland 11, I should say, pardon me, and Canada 17. Are they only 4 points away from the gold medal game? Will it be a repeat of the Com Games men's final in 2018, Australia v Canada? The Canada won, for those of you in Canada, yes. No, it was the Aussie men that won that one. Oh, hard driven off the block, MacNeil. Lewandowski's filthy with himself. Rips his hat off. Throws it into the sand, disgusted, but it's not been a case of Poland playing badly. They are now 18-11 down to a team from Canada that just have made so few errors. Oh, can you believe that? And the net is even on their side. That ball called down in the sand. Nothing going their way, and a yellow card will not improve their mood. Yellow card shown to the athlete number 1, Jacob Zdybek. Nothing going their way. 19-11, Canada are in control of this match and maybe only 2 points away from a spot in the gold medal game. Here he is again, MVP of this match for mine, Alexander Russell. Back to the service line. He's going to take that match ball home with him. Oh, wow, and they've gone hard line and miss. So, ladies and gentlemen, in Canada, I hope you're on your feet and screaming at your TVs, because 20 points to 11, your combination of Jake MacNeil and Alex Russell have got 9 match points for a spot in the gold medal game.
No.
And that ball was in. Nice touch from Alex Russell, helping the assistant referee with the call of in. Magnanimous with 9 match points on the board, I'm sure. 8 remain. Canada, 1 dig, 1 set, 1 earth-shattering kaboom away from a spot in the gold medal match. Or a service error, it doesn't matter, it is over. Jake MacNeil, Alexander Russell from Canada, they will play for gold against Australia. And the Polish combination, Zdybek and Lewandowski, well, they will play for bronze. Coming up next, women's semi-final number 1.